here. Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Welcome to Lunch with the Doc. We're live. We're here at Zaytoon's Cafe. So good, Mediterranean food with this spread. Looking good. Fresh veggies, cucumbers, olives, hummus, all the good things.
I mean, look at the display.
I mean, come on. It's beautiful.
It looked a lot better before we started eating.
Yeah, it did. It
Before
looked
we
better.
start demoing.
But, you know, you gotta just go for it. So, anyways, we're just enjoying ourselves over here. And we have a fun Lunch with the Doc this week for you, kind of playing off last week. So, Josh was leading us through last week. What did we talk about?
Last week we talked about home care and the importance of it, and how we specially customize them per patient, and why we actually do the home care and what benefits you get out of it. So we're going to play off that a little bit today, and Dr. Gary's going to share some studies that he's found throughout the years through, I believe it's Stanford, right? Some Stanford studies about how it's actually proven to be helpful.
Let me ask you a question. What does home care mean?
Home care is basically like the homework for you to take home. So, like I said before last week, we look at your x-rays and we'll customize your home care based off of your specific needs. So if you have lower back problems or neck problems, then we'll do home care exercises specifically targeted to that area. And it's something that you can do at home that falls in line with what we do here in the office, or when you're getting therapy treatment downstairs. So they go hand in hand to help you get a better recovery time.
Well said.
So it's exercises and stretches.
Right.
And it's so great when you see people that exercise in general. What do you notice about people that exercise regularly? What are some of the things that you are aware of with people that exercise versus those that don't?
Well, they're in shape. That's a big thing.
So they usually look a little better.
Usually look a little better. The body's more strong, lean.
I would say they have more energy to be able to keep going to exercise more. And for me, it gets to a point where if I didn't exercise that day, I feel off with myself. It's like a habit or a routine that I get set in to where I have to do it.
Yeah, I think it makes you happier, more energized, clearer thinking. Yeah.
Oh, we got more food.
All the good things.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, bring it on.
Yeah. More food. A little bit.
Green salad and
Nice.
the falafel.
Pretty.
Beautiful.
Beauteous. Love it.
And the side of chicken.
Thank you so
Of course, would you
much.
like more plates and utensils?
Yes,
Sure.
please.
That'd be
Yeah.
great.
Look at this. Do you see all this? Glory.
Stay
It's
tuned.
glorious.
Glory. Oh, these are gluten-free falafels. See, this is why you come to the good places.
Yep.
You can still eat healthy and eat well.
I don't think anybody's going to starve today.
No, I don't think so.
And hopefully we'll save some food for Sterling, who's behind the camera today. So we'll see. We might have to bring him around to the front before we demo this entire thing. And my mom always said it's not polite to talk with your mouth full. So I will very strategically ask a question and then start eating.
Great. So I have a question for you. So
Yeah.
when did you start doing home care protocols for your patients?
Well, I started doing them as soon as I became a doctor, because we know that flexibility and strength is really what it's all about. I mean, we have to keep our posture, we have to keep our body from laying flat on the floor like a jellyfish out of water. It takes 90% of the brain's energy just to relate our body to gravity. Only 10% of the brain's energy is used for organ function and thinking and healing, because 90% of it is required just to handle gravity.
I can't believe that's so amazing. That is
And
a
the guy
lot.
that found that, named Dr. Roger Sperry, he won a Nobel Prize for that research.
Wow.
And that stat is actually true if you have normal posture. But if you have abnormal postures that are shown in your exam and your x-rays, then you're going to pull from that precious 10% of the brain power that goes to organ function and healing. You're going to pull minus that power to go to handle the distortion. Because gravity's pushing at 14.7 pounds per square inch on our body. We don't feel it. But that's because the brain is engaging the muscular system to hold us erect, so we're just not flat on the floor.
Wow.
So I started doing it originally. It's just we found so much more specificity now in terms of specific exercises for specific distortions, much like the orthodontist would do. Like if your tooth is twisted way over this way, what's he going to try to do? He's going to try to twist it back towards normal. So wherever the distortion is, like if someone's head is over here, I'm going to try to loosen this side and strengthen this side to pull it back over to neutral. And that's what Josh shows people every single day. So one of the things I thought would be really good is, number one, everybody knows that people that exercise regularly and don't over-exercise, they're usually happier, they usually have, they look better, their skin looks better, their breath is better, there's just circulation and systems are moving, they usually have a better outlook, they're usually more positive, and it's just, you exude this certain sense of confidence if you're exercising regularly. Whether it's just stretching like yoga, or if it's hot yoga and you're sweating with that, or it's cardio or weight training, or specific activities like hiking or biking or volleyball or basketball, football, what have you. Those are the things.
Do you find that it's better for, like, different people have different exercises that are better for their bodies?
I think a lot of it comes down to what do you enjoy. Find your joy. What exercises do you enjoy doing, and do those. So
what's your favorite exercise?
I would say my favorite exercise is I like lifting weights. I love playing volleyball. I love hiking. I love surfing. I've started stand-up paddle surfing more, and really hoops. Basketball was my number one love growing up. I just love playing basketball. You're getting lots of activity. That's why I wasn't much of a baseball player. I mean, I like baseball and I understand it, but if you're sitting out in the outfield and you're just sitting there like,
Where's the ball?
yeah. Oh, looks like stuff's going on down in there. Yeah, he threw another ball. That guy caught the ball and he threw it back to him, and then finally you might get a hit out to you. And I remember telling my parents, it's like, baseball. You're sitting in the outfield.
No, thank
So,
you.
anyhow.
What's yours? Favorite exercise?
Exercise. I like the water sports. I like surfing, swimming, but I run a lot too. Which is
You do?
weird. Yeah, I like cardio. Yeah.
It's good.
How about you, Mo?
I'm so glad you asked, Mo. Oh, man. Well, really, my favorite thing is dancing. If I could just, like, at music in the park, I got my exercise in just by dancing
Dance
for a
the night
couple
away.
hours, just dance the night away. I'm a Zumba teacher, so that is my fave thing. But I love supping. I like weight training too, and cardio, karate. So many good ways to work out. Yeah, I like beach workouts. Just in
You like
beauty.
throwing tomahawks, don't you?
I love throwing tomahawks.
Yeah, that's the fun.
That's
This
a
guy's
good one.
pretty good.
It's pretty good. See who's better. I think maybe I'm winning. I don't know.
Really? Have you guys gone head-to-head in competition?
No, she would lose.
Oh. Ooh.
Good. Sounds like the challenge is on.
Yeah, the challenge is.
Sure. We'll
All
go
right.
live for that one too.
Yes! That'd be awesome. Stay tuned next week. So, we got the benefits of exercise. So, how does that connect with pain relief, posture restoration, and getting back on track?
You remember the song, She Blinded Me with Science? Science!
Whoa!
Yeah. We got science.
We got science!
I don't
You
remember
see
that
these
song.
3 books?
I don't either.
Validating chiropractic and exercise, cutting-edge research to improve patient outcomes. That's what it's all about. Does the science say anything to how to get people better, faster results? Absolutely it does.
Absolutely.
All these ones that are highlighted in here, I've got so many, it'll make your head spin. I mean, how much research do you want? I mean, you can go to our website and get all kinds of research on all this stuff. I got so much, it's crazy. Let me just tell you,
I got so much, it's crazy.
in general,
Yeah, he had us do a whole project with research, and let me just tell you, it was like it was like a dissertation. I'm like, how am I supposed to compile all the research ever on like chiropractic
Took
care,
about a month, huh,
health?
didn't it?
Oh no, it took about like 2 years. I mean, not that I was really working on it for 2 years, but to get it done from start to finish, yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we compiled it. It's on our website.
Who's we?
Me and Raya, my bro. It's a great long project.
And what does he do?
He is a personal trainer. So he works at the Well, and he helps people with, their fitness, but also he incorporates a lot of these same principles about postural restoration, and he's a Czech practitioner. So the Czech style of fitness is, to really go from the pillars of fitness and to go from flexibility first and making sure you have the foundations down so that you're not going to injure yourself when you're training just to I just want to get strong. It's like, all right, you got to start with the basics so that you're doing it in a healthy, well-rounded way.
Paul Chek is probably one of the absolute smartest guys. He purposefully is not a doctor or a physical therapist. He chose not to be bound by what the licensing is. He's extremely expensive. I think he's $500 to $1,000 an hour to have him train you. But Kobe Bryant, Laird Hamilton, all these elite athletes, he's the one who took the U.S. Army boxing team and all the guys that were trained by him that went to the Olympics for boxing. It was the best showing we've ever had as a boxing team. He trained all these guys in the Olympics. He has a book called How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy that I personally give a money-back guarantee on. Paul Chek, C-H-E-K. If you go to Amazon and you buy it, it's $25. If somebody buys it and they didn't think they got value of $25 out of it, then I'll buy your book back from you. So it's a great book. Anyhow, he talks about, here's the levels. Number one is you got to get out of pain. Number two is you got to restore flexibility. Number three, you need to work on your posture and your stability. Number four, work on strengthening your main muscle groups. And number five is power. A lot of people start off doing CrossFit and they're doing power moves and all this stuff, but they have postural distortions, they have instabilities, they have flexibility issues, and it's only a little bit of time before they're going to be right down in the pain, bottom of the bucket in pain again. So that's why we work so much with flexibility first, to help people get out of pain, and then work on postural stability, and then start to load it with weights and more power type of moves. And sometimes if you're an athlete and you're injured, you got to kind of go back to the basics and work your way up the ladder again. But here's what the research basically says in a nutshell, is that if you start doing regular exercise of any kind, and even better if you do more specific stuff, you're going to get this much of a result in terms of your pain levels, your energy levels, your ranges of motion, what are called patient outcomes, which measure if you have a certain level of disability. Those are called outcome assessments. You're going to get this much result. If you engage in regular chiropractic and physical therapy and massage and tissue work and all that stuff, which we do at our office, you're going to get this much of a result. Now, why do you think you'd be getting more out of this than you would just exercise? Do you guys have any idea?
Is it because we're targeting their specific requests and we're using science to back it up rather than just going in and exercising a broad spectrum of muscles? We're going into one specific that they need.
That's one thing, yes. Think about when you're getting adjusted, or someone's getting in deep into tissue or assisting you in your stretches and things like that. What's different than just exercising?
Wait,
What do you
can you rephrase
Yeah.
the question?
Here, you're basically engaging your body to do as much as you can yourself. All right? Here, someone is pushing your body beyond physiological what you could have done yourself. Getting adjustment, you can't really make your own specific adjustments. You can't really get in and get into the tissue yourself as much as someone else can.
Okay.
So you're exceeding what you physiologically can do yourself, and that's why the outcomes are even that much better. Now, here's a clincher. If you combine specific exercise with chiro and PT, the results are this much better. So it's a stair step of what you can do yourself, what someone else can help you do, but when you partner to do your own stuff with what someone else can do, the results are up here. Why is that important?
I mean, if you want to get out of pain and see results, why not do it the way that's going to give you the best results fastest?
And what's good? Do you know what an ROI is?
Return on investment.
What does that mean?
It means whatever you're investing, what are you getting in return? So if you're investing, I mean, let's just look at money. Would you want to invest your money in something that's going to give you 5% yield or 12% yield? Probably the 12%. So it's the same thing with, your health. If you're going to invest time and money and resources into getting your body better, then you're going to want to get the best return you possibly can.
Yep. That's why consistency is the key. It's like the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise was slow and steady, plodding along. The rabbit just ran, and then he went over to the side of the road, took a nap. And it's like, oh crap, the turtle passed me up. I'm gonna get up and run again. Oh, I'm way ahead of him. Now I'll go over here and eat some grass and some carrots. It's like, oh crap, the turtle's ahead of me again. So it's these stops and starts. It's just the consistency and the diligence. If patients get on a rehab program, whether with a physical therapist or with our team, if you show up 3 times a week, or if you go to the gym 3 times a week, you're going to get that much faster gains than if you go once a week and think you're going to really make a long-term gain. I mean, really, are you going to? No. I mean, you can help just keep from slipping backwards if you go in once a week and do something. But if you really want to see gains, you got to be consistent. And that's where the tortoise wins the race, is the bottom line. Just be consistent, diligent with your in-office care and with your home care.
I have a question. What does diet play? What role does the diet play in this?
Well, the diet plays a really important role.
Because they're like, you guys are allergic, have a gluten intolerance.
Right.
Now, I don't know, because I've never been tested. But what would that, if I do have that intolerance, how would that negatively affect me?
It's going to create more of an inflammatory response. So if you have more inflammation, you're going to have more pain. You're going to have greater cardiac risk factor. Where there's inflammation, there's more pain, there's faster aging, and there's bigger risk to the cardiac system and to your GI system. So back in 1989, I went to a seminar called Allergies and the Spine. And what these 2 researchers, Dr. Michael Leibowitz and Walter Schmidt, found is that if a person was eating foods that was creating a higher release of histamines in the system, they found that these people distributed a right shoulder forward and a left hip forward. Torque. So it's like you're eating something that's wrong for you. It's like you're twisting your spine like you're wringing out a washcloth, and you're going through life like that. So some of the biggest wins we've ever gotten with people is when we actually find out what the offending foods are, get them off of them. We do a desensitization technique where we stimulate acupuncture points with lasers and get them off the foods. They always get out of pain a lot faster. So when there's chemical stress, it creates more structural stress. Structural stress creates more chemical stress. Like just a muscle goes into spasm, the area gets loaded with lactic acid. That acid creates more pain. It stimulates chemically. People that are stressed hold it more in their shoulders, or in their low back. In their low back. So that's where the integrative model of healthcare really comes to play. So,
and you do that food sensitivity test in the office.
Yep,
We should do that for me.
Yep, it'd be good. It'd be good to do.
Oh, you're open to it, even if you have to get off gluten.
I didn't know my spine was being run out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm open to
That
it.
changes things a little bit.
I do not want to give up bread though. So,
Well, you can have different kind of bread.
Yeah, there's good alternative now. Suzuki's.
Now, shall we have Sterling come over to the camera for a
Yeah,
minute?
Sterling,
come on over
in.
here.
Bring it in, bring it in. Yeah. Look at this group. I mean, what a team at Health and Balance. It is. We have so much fun. It's a good time. It's so much fun.
You're getting ready to go back to school.
correct.
What have you picked up from working here for the last 6 weeks?
Yeah.
What tell everybody kind of what you've seen, how it's helping you move forward in your career choices and all those kind of things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I am studying food science and human nutrition, and the track that I'm going down is sports and wellness, so that's kinesiology that it's more focused on. And just being here at the office has been a huge eye-opener of how important it is to take care of your body when you're younger. So I see a lot of people come in and they've had underlying issues for a long time now. They're not really tracking it until now when the pain's there. And it's a lot harder to take care of it, but yeah, I think the whole scenario has been cool. Being in here, getting to see how the patients are taken care of and how unique and individual each person is, and the different tracks that you got to go down to be able to figure out what each individual needs to do to be able to help themselves improve.
Yeah.
Do you have any other topics in terms of your thoughts on exercise or some of what we covered today? Do you have any kind of ahas that have come up to you or anything you want to pass on?
I thought it was interesting how you were saying kind of like the building blocks of taking care of your body, whether it's stretching and then posture, or flexibility and then posture and then strength and then power after that, because I think so many people are clueless as what to do first, and they just see these huge trends, like you said, CrossFit. And so really just building up your posture and your flexibility and then working off of that is really interesting, rather than just jumping into something that you're not really too sure about. So really kind of finding where your body's at, and you guys do a great job with that with the x-rays and the chiro exams to be able to find where your body's at and then moving forward with that.
Yeah. I don't have anything against CrossFit. It's just that some people jump into high-risk power exercise with high weight that puts them at great risk. If they have those flexibility issues or postural issues, it's a much higher risk type of activity than, say, swimming or hiking or something like that. So.
Yeah. Well, and what a cool thing to be able to like do a postural exam, figure out where you're at, and get aligned, and then be like, all right, like now I can step into just like this fully knowing that I'm gonna be doing everything well for my body, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna just keep injuring myself and doing this stuff. So it's such a cool route to go to really like, even though it takes time, like we just want instant results, but to really take the time to do it well and then see the fruit of it is awesome.
Yeah. I think another thing is listening to what your body's telling you, because like you've said, God's created our body to heal themselves, and we're able to respond to certain things that are going on within our body. And if we're feeling pain, rather than just kind of pushing it under the rug, really just going and trying to figure that out before it gets too deep, and before long, you're really hurt. It's really important.
Yeah.
Right. Something I tend to do quite often, because I just want to keep going.
Yeah, listening to your body is huge.
I think we've kind of covered the topic.
I think we kind of have. We went through all the
feels that
studies we wanted to touch on.
Yeah.
So with this is, you might be like wondering, okay, so then what exercises and things and stretches should I do at home? Like, how do I do that? And how do I couple that with care? So a really good tool or resource is to come to one of our workshops. We do a workshop called 7 Steps to Relieve Neck and Back Pain, and we teach you some of the exercises and stretches that we give to our patients to do at home. Yeah, here's a little flyer. Boom. 7 Steps to Relieve Neck and Back Pain. It's next Thursday night, 6:30 p.m. It's up in our medical suite, and we have dinner provided. It's a complimentary workshop, and it's just really great because you get to learn some of those things. It's not going to be as specialized to your specific body and your specific posture, because we'd have to do an exam for you to determine what your postural distortions are, and then we'd create that home care for you specifically. But at this workshop, we're going to be giving you a bunch of really good stuff that's good for everyone to be doing on a daily basis to relieve pain, prevent degeneration. So it's going to be really good. Dr. Gary's going to be there, Josh is going to be there, I'm going to be there. It's going to be super fun. We still have a few spots open, not very many left. So if you do want to sign up, you can either visit our website at healthandbalance.com. Just click on the bar at the top that says 7 Steps Workshop, and you can sign up there. Or you can call us at 949-497-2553 and RSVP. You can bring a guest with you. And
What was that number?
949-497-2553. Yeah, check us out. Give us a call. Join us next Thursday, 6:30. So, bringing it all together, the exercise, the stretching, the care, gives you the best results. Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. See
See
you
you next
next
time.
week.